Hey everyone, I'm Isabel, and today I'm going to share with you a renter-friendly solution to cover up old vinyl floors. Before I begin, I want to say a special thank you to Cricut for sponsoring this project. If you watched my last video, you know that I've been working on my entryway. I wasn't liking the dark brown color scheme, but I wanted to reuse what I had, so I took apart the coat rack to sand it, and then I distressed it to give the wood a more aged and worn look to it. And then I finished that off with a whitewash treatment, and I even added some lights to turn it into a lamp. The mirror also got a wider frame that has a lighter birchwood finish, which goes a lot better with the new whitewash look of the coat rack. I was liking all of these changes that I had done, but the old vinyl flooring was standing out like a sore thumb, and it was just begging for a new look. Brainstorming ideas on how I could do this in a renter-friendly way, I thought about the ram board that I used to create a dramatic textured black wall in my bedroom. Since the rolls are 3 feet wide, I would be able to cover the entire entryway floor with one piece. Then I could paint it a light color and also incorporate a classic compass rose design like this one. Painting this design perfectly would have been very time consuming. So I was really happy to have the Cricut Maker machine to make this part of the project go a lot quicker and easier. I had never used it before, but setting it up was really easy and quick. Once it was powered and connected to my computer, it just took a few minutes to download the Cricut Design Space software and to get started. I thought I would do a test first, so I picked an image out of the thousands to choose from, and the plan was to cut it and transfer it to my laptop. I chose vinyl for this project, but the Cricut Maker can accurately cut hundreds of materials, including delicate materials like crepe paper, to fabric, to thicker materials like mat board, leather, and even basswood. It also cuts felt, wood veneer, foil poster board, iron-on material, and the list goes on. Cutting isn't the only thing that you can do with this machine. There's many different tools and accessories that allow you to also draw, score, and engrave. My imagination is now going into overdrive thinking about all the different things that I can create with this machine. Love how easy it was to do this. Now, with this test project a success, I moved on to cutting the compass rose pieces. For this particular project, I made my own design that I uploaded to the Cricut Design Space. I arranged all the pieces in a way that would make the most use out of the material. It's so much fun to watch the machine cut everything so precisely and quickly. It only took minutes to cut both the dark and light pieces for my compass rose. Before adding the vinyl cutouts to the ram board, I still needed to paint it. I did the first coat with paint and primer combined that I had left over from my office makeover. And because this will be on the floor in a high traffic area, I added 2 coats of floor paint in a light Arctic gray color. I found out the hard way that it's very important for that first coat of paint to have some primer in it. Otherwise, putting the floor paint directly on the ram board may cause it to dent or warp in some areas. I let the paint dry overnight, and after marking the middle lines on the cardboard, putting the compass rose pieces was really easy and everything lined up perfectly with nice crisp lines. In comparison, the border around the edges that I painted took me way longer to do, having to tape and do several coats of the paint. Plus, you can see that the edges were far from perfect and needed lots of touching up. To secure the cardboard to the vinyl flooring, I used the same removable double-sided tape that I had used for my bedroom project. I also placed strips of removable double-sided carpet tape in the middle of the floor, and that was to make sure that the cardboard didn't lift off the floor. I chose this tape because it's very thin and won't make any indentation in the cardboard. I removed the tape backing only at the front edge initially to make it easier to line up. Once I had that front section secured, I moved gradually towards the back of the entryway, removing the tape backing section by section until it was all secured in place. Getting a perfect fit around the edges can be tricky, but molding can hide any imperfections. As I was admiring this new floor, I started thinking that adding some black to the compass rose design would make it stand out a lot more. It only took minutes to reload the machine and cut the new triangles in black. After doing just the large triangles, I felt like that was enough black, and I really liked the way that that looked. So I decided to go with this version and also make the thin line of my border black. Now, instead of painting, I decided to use vinyl tape to make this also go quicker. The last step to protect the floor was to add 2 coats of glossy polyurethane. It gives such a nice sheen to the floor, and it also sealed around all of the edges of the vinyl pieces and the tape, so I can Swiffer the floor without having to worry about any of the pieces coming off. What a difference from the original floor. And while I did like the 2 colored compass rose, I much prefer the one with the black. I find it adds a lot more life and dimension to the design. Let me know which version you prefer in the comments. Having the Cricut Maker was key to make my vision for this floor come to life, and I can't wait to see what else I can make with it. If you're interested in checking it out for yourself, I'll have a link to the machine and the accessories I used in the video description below. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll have some more projects that I'll be sharing with you very soon that I did in my entryway, including the 2 different ways that I upgraded my mirror. In the meantime, if you're looking for more design inspiration from me, I have now started doing free live webinars. You can find out more details on that by going to my website at engineeryourspace.com/webinars. And if you're looking to find out what I'm up to day to day, the best place for that is on Instagram. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.